Welcome to this magnificently beautiful property for the Watagan Homestead First Flight Disc Golf Tournament. A huge thank you to the owners Justin and Bronwyn for their generosity. I would like to introduce first-time tournament director Mr. Broden Sherratt. This fine example of a Homo sapien has been known to collect the Best Dressed award at many events, and his offsider from the Bigfoot or Sasquatch genome, Mr. Ian Whitaker.
The starting hole, number one, is a long par 3 at 152 meters with a huge downhill elevation difference of 17 meters to the basket location. There is an out-of-bounds penalty over the fence line to the right. If you throw an understable disc, you might get to see this. Dealer's choice for this hole, you can take an overstable disc over the OB or stay away from danger with the forehand. Either way, you need to get the nose down, and a birdie on this hole is very special.
Hole number 2 is a par 3 at 93 meters with a downhill elevation difference of 9 meters to the basket location. There is a mando right of the power pole, as well the fence to the right is out of bounds, and the top of the drainage line long of the basket is out of bounds. If you can get birdies on 1 and 2, they are well earned.
Hole number 3 is a par 3 at 76 meters with an uphill elevation difference of 4 meters. There are no penalties that come into play with most players throwing a backhand hyzer.
Hole number 4 is a par 3 at 87 meters with a substantial uphill elevation difference of 8 meters. There are no penalties that come into play with the better players throwing a flex forehand.
Hole number 5 is a par 3 at 63 meters with an uphill elevation difference of 2 meters to the basket location. There is out of bounds if you go very long into the dam. There is an area of lantana left of the basket with free relief at the drop zone if you choose to take it. Most players throw the backhand straight shot. There is a forehand line, although well protected by guardian trees.
Hole number 6 is a par 3 at 53 meters with a large downhill elevation difference of 13 meters to the basket location. There are no penalties that come into play, just a very touchy tee shot, and rollaways are common.
Hole number 7 is a par 3 at 95 meters with a downhill elevation difference of 7 meters to the basket location. The backhand hyzer is the play, but don't push too long as there is a hazard area beyond the basket.
Hole number 8 is the first par 4 at 156 meters, with a downhill elevation difference of 3 meters to the basket location. First task is to hit the gap with an out-of-bounds fence line to the left. There is a mando right of the tree near the landing zone for the longer throwers, so please spot within your group. In addition, the dam near the basket is out of bounds.
Hole number 9 is a par 3 at 61 meters with a substantial uphill elevation difference of 7 meters to the basket location. Throw your straightest disc with height being crucial. There is an out-of-bounds fence line long of the basket, although it's very unlikely going over it. It is very steep at the approach to the basket, so please take care.
Hole number 10 is a long par 3 at 89 meters due to the substantial uphill elevation difference of 8 meters to the basket location. There are no penalties that come into play, but only the longest of throwers will get inside the bullseye.
Hole number 11 is a par 4 at 145 meters, with a huge downhill elevation difference of 13 meters to the basket location. There are no penalties that come into play unless you throw very long into the dam, and there is a chance of eagle if you get it all right on this one.
Hole number 12 is a par 4 at 136 meters with an uphill elevation difference of 7 meters to the basket location. There are no penalties that come into play with both a forehand and backhand option available off the tee. Position is everything for the approach to a well-guarded basket. Take care approaching the basket area as it is rather steep.
Hole number 13 is a long par 3 at 97 meters with an uphill elevation difference of 6 meters to the basket location. There are no penalties that come into play with both a forehand and backhand option available. It's just a long push to get into the circle.
Hole number 14 is a par 4 at 145 meters with a downhill elevation difference of 7 meters to the basket location. There is an out-of-bounds electric fence to the left with both a forehand and backhand option available. The eagle can come into play on this hole, as once I saw a shady-looking character get one hell of a sweet forehand all the way to the basket.
Hole number 15 is a par 4 at 145 meters with an uphill elevation difference of 5 meters to the basket location. There are no penalties that come into play. With a backhand tee shot, the position is crucial for the forehand approach as guardian trees protect the basket location. There are large wombat holes at the approach area to the basket. These will be marked, and there is free relief.
Hole number 16 is an all-uphill par 4 at 145 meters with a large elevation difference of 13 meters to the basket location. There is a mando left of the tree, approximately 45 meters from the tee pad, and then you keep climbing. It's a very well-deserved birdie.
Hole number 17 is a par 3 at 70 meters with a downhill elevation difference of 2 meters to the basket location. There are no penalties that come into play, just beware of the rollaway. If you get this one wrong, a rethrow can become an option.
The final hole, number 18, is a picturesque long par 3 at 136 meters with a downhill elevation difference of 7 meters to the basket location. The only penalty is out of bounds in the dam. We would like to thank again the generous owners of this beautiful property, Justin and Bronwyn, Reese and Andrew from WisDisc, for all their help putting on this event. JJ and Emily, our legends from Newcastle Disc Golf Club, and the Koala Park crew, Taylor, Stephen, Kelly, and Brock, who helped us prepare the course. We know you will enjoy this beautiful property. See you soon.